Hi, welcome to Seed 365. I'm Mary Schneider. I'm your instructor for this section of the course, and I just wanted to allow you to put a face to the information that's coming across. I will do one of these once a week. They'll usually be very short, anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes long, just to give you an update on what's going on in the course, how things are going, those kinds of things. Please, you have my contact information. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to contact me. Whether it's email, text message, phone call, stop in the office, it doesn't matter to me. I'm new to Brookings. I moved here in June. I lived in Armour for the past 20 years. Taught K through 12, lots of different things, English, history, computers, biology, lots of different things throughout. I touched my first computer in high school, and that would have been a punch card. And if you don't know what a punch card is, imagine those old accelerated reader cards, except we used to do code on the punch cards. I remember my first computer that allowed me to change the color font on what we were doing, and that was an old Commodore, and that would have been junior high, maybe freshman year, somewhere around there. I went to school. Me and my husband went to school here. We started in '90. We were non-trads. We had 2 little boys at the time, both of whom are grown now. Been through the Air Force. Very proud of them. One lives here in town. One lives in St. Lawrence. Both went through the Air Force. Great kids. They grew up in a household full of technology, whether it was phones, DVDs, VHSs, cameras, TVs, smart TVs, Apple TVs, Rokus. It doesn't matter. Technology's been a part of our life forever. We bought our first computer in 1991 at Best Buy. Spent over $2,000 for that desktop computer, and we bought a computer that was top line at that point in time. It had 16 megabytes of memory, and we actually paid for the upgrade to 32 megabytes of memory, and we walked out of Best Buy saying that we would never fill that up. I don't think that I own anything anymore that has 32 megabytes of memory on it. I pay for a lot of storage as backup for almost everything that I do. I've taught for the last 12, 13 years in a one-to-one school in Armour, South Dakota. Each student had their own computer. They could take it anywhere they wanted to. I've been paperless since then. I haven't done anything with a copy machine. Everything they did was online, whether it was on the cloud. There were lots of programs, those kinds of things. So everything I am doing in this class, I want you to look at it through the lens of what a teacher would use it for in the classroom. And everything that I have put into this course is something that was successfully used in my classroom and useful in the classroom. Technology, just to use technology, has never been a big component of mine. If you're going to use something technologically based, it should be useful in the classroom. My background is mostly ELA. I graduated with an English major in '94 from South Dakota State University. I've taught a variety of different ways in the past 6 years when I went problem-based learning. And you can read that in my bio online. Taught in multiple schools. Teaching's my passion. Teaching has always been my passion. However, please keep in mind, I'm not a traditional teacher. I don't like grades. I think we should be mastering content rather than working towards a particular grade. So if you receive an assessment score that you're not thrilled with, get a hold of me. We'll figure out a way to get that score better. I love modifications, especially when they are brought up by students. So if you want to touch on a particular thing in this class, let me know. We can modify some things. We can add to or delete from would be what would usually end up happening there. I'm not a big fan of lecture-based classrooms. I don't stand in front of a class and talk. My problem-based training has taught me to throw out a problem to a student, The struggle towards solving that problem in a culturally relevant way is what's important to me. Um, I don't believe in one and done. I don't like giving tests. I haven't given a test for, I don't know, 12 years or so. Everything I do is problem driven, project performed, mastery completed. That's just my philosophy on teaching. It has been since the beginning. It's what I do. I grew up in Wagner, South Dakota. You can read that in my bio as well. I've got a fur baby at home. Her name is Shelby. She is queen of the house. My husband, Jeff, teaches the other section of this, and you can guarantee that if we know that a problem is happening in one of the sections, we can almost assume that it's happening in both sections, and so we can tackle it in a multitude of ways. Again, I hope to get to know you. Online courses, I got my master's degree in STEM education. It was completely online, and I loved every single minute of it. I thought it was a perfect way to learn. I could do it at my own pace. I could do it at my own home, those kinds of things. So I really like online learning. But again, that feedback is really, really important. If you don't give me feedback on what's going good and what isn't going so good, then we falter a little bit and we stumble, and I don't like to stumble and falter a whole lot. So there you go. That's me. I'm not big in front of the camera. I told you that in the news feed. It is what it is. Ask me anything you want to. If you need help with anything, again, get a hold of me. I'm around. I also teach the field experience for 314, so we're out with those teacher candidates a lot in the field, but never too busy. So if you need something, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. I will tell you this, my phone goes to sleep at 11, so if you text me after 11 o'clock, chances are you'll be first thing in the morning, but I'm an early riser, so you'll be first up. So, hi, nice to meet you. My name's Mary, and let's have some fun.